We are asking for community control for Mr. Novoselsky, and I think there are a lot of reasons why. And I think that it is clear from reading what he had to say in the pre-sentence report that he does understand the gravity of what could have happened here. Mr. Novoselsky is 21 years old. Based on his behavior, rather immature in his thinking, he does not want this to be the way the rest of his life goes, and I think he made that clear. Criminal history, there's nothing serious. These are his first felonies, just dumb stuff, criminal trespass, disorderly conduct, the kind of thing that I think indicates that he is not by any means irredeemable. Oh, excuse me, there are a couple of members of his family that would like to speak.
Well, what do you want to do? Tell me how you want to, him or them, or
if they
just tell me your name and tell me whatever it is you want me to know.
I'm Steve Novoselsky, Joseph's father. I'm here with his grandmother. We'd like to start by saying we realize how horrific this mistake was, and we realize how much worse it could have been. And I'm confident in the fact that he realizes this also. But I'd like to focus on letting the court know that there's more to Joey than the mistake and mistakes that he's made in his life. I mean, this kid was on a fast track to success at a very young age. I had prearranged from the day he turned 18, I got him into the union, electricians, IBW, Local 673. I personally drove him. For 2 years, I brought him into the company I worked for. I taught him what it was like to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, to drive an hour to work. For 2 years, he worked side by side next to me, learning the trade through my eyes. I got him his first checking account, which his paycheck got direct deposited into that. I co-signed for his first credit card, co-signed for his first loan, which he bought his first car. Took him to my insurance agent, got him his first insurance policy on his vehicle. He paid his car off. He responsibly paid his credit card, paid his phone bill, and his car insurance for 2 years next to me with my help, learning to be a productive, responsible adult. After 2 years, he wanted to branch off on his own. He went to the union. He applied for the apprenticeship. He did the interview. He took the aptitude test, studied hard, passed the test. He got accepted into the apprenticeship. He was going to school. He had a bright future ahead of him. I'm here to help the court understand that besides his freedom, he's lost a lot in this mistake. It was a horrific mistake. 21-year-old kid. He screwed up. But since then, he's been kicked out of the apprenticeship. That was my plan A for him, for his future. My plan B was the military. I really think the military could have helped him. I still do. If he's convicted of a felony here today, I don't know if he's convicted yet or not. I don't know where we're at in this, but I don't think the military is going to let him in. I'm trying to figure out what plan C would be. But I'm just here to show that there's more to him than the mistakes he's made.
I'm Jerry Johnson. I was his mom. Oh, sorry. I just don't want you to send him to prison. Like his dad said, he's a good kid, and he just made a mistake. That's pretty much. His dad said a lot.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I'm his grandmother, and I agree with my son. Joey's a good kid. He's a good kid, and he's a hard worker. He's a good kid.
All right, thank you. What do you have to say?
I just wanted to say I'm sorry to Dylan and Ryan. Those are my good friends. I mean, I never meant to hurt them. They didn't deserve it. And I've had a lot of time to sit and reflect, Your Honor, about my mistakes. But I don't want to make any excuses. I'm here today to take responsibility for my actions. And like I said, I learned a lot from this. I want to put it past me and become a better person, change my ways. That's about it, Your Honor. I don't have any excuses.
So what kind of drugs you been doing?
I was using cocaine and alcohol,
Okay.
and I feel as if it was getting out of hand.
Why were you using cocaine?
It was just, I was hanging around the wrong people when I turned 21, and I started going to the bars, and it was just for fun, and then got out of hand, and
When did you start using it?
I think I first tried it when I was 20, around that time.
Why?
Just hanging around the wrong people. I just wanted to experiment.
Why were you hanging around the wrong people? Who were
I
the
don't know.
wrong people?
Trying to be cool, and
Who were the wrong people?
a couple buddies and met at the bars, and
Who?
just a couple of my buddies, like my buddy Ryan, but just a bunch of different people.
Okay. How many rousing success stories have you seen in your young life that are cocaine users?
None.
None. So you thought, maybe I'll try this because this will really help me in my career choice?
I mean, I never thought it would help me, but I lost a lot with it, and now I realize that this is not the life.
What positive impact before you started using cocaine did you see that cocaine would have in your life?
None.
And why did you do it?
I don't know. I was just experimenting. I don't know. It was.
I don't understand.
I had a good feeling.
I don't understand experimenting. What does that mean, experimenting?
I just wanted to try it, and I felt good on it, and I kept using it, and
Okay.
I
Did
got
you
it,
use
yeah.
it the night this happened?
yes, sir.
Okay. When did you use it?
I was doing it with some buddies a couple hours before.
With who?
Ryan, that was involved with me.
And who else?
That was it with my
You
buddy,
said a couple of buddies.
my buddy Chinchar. We call him Chinchar.
What's his name?
I just know him from the bars. We call him Chinchar.
What bars?
Downtown Willoughby and Frank and Tony's and 1899 and stuff.
How did this day start out?
Well, it was 4th of July weekend, and we went out. It was me, Ryan, and Dylan. We were hanging out. I went to the bars, and we ended up staying out all day long, and then we drank too much, and started doing some cocaine, and then it was around 2:30 at night. The bars were closing, and we didn't have any more money. I mean, we could have definitely Ubered. I could have definitely Ubered home. That was probably the best decision. But, we all lived pretty close. They were going to a friend's house. I had work the next morning. So I wanted to get home, get them home, and get me home. But I thought I'd be cool to drive.
What time were you supposed to go to work the next morning?
6 in the morning.
6, and it's 2:30 now,
Mm-hmm.
and you're all drunk up and coked up. You
It's a
catch
terrible
a
way
few
to live.
hours and go to work.
It's a terrible way to live, Your Honor.
Yeah, that's kind of the understatement of the year right there.
It's been a terrible year for me. I just want to make this year good.
See, this wasn't a mistake what happened.
I had full responsibility. I knew
It
exactly
was
what I
it
was
was
doing.
action that you took.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think that getting all drunk up and doing coke that it would be okay to then get in the car?
No, I knew
But
it
you
was
did
wrong.
it anyway.
I knew it was wrong. It's 100% my fault.
Right. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you don't need to tell me that. That's obvious. So it wasn't a mistake.
No.
It was an action that you knew. You knew what it was like to do cocaine, so you knew what effect it had on you.
Right.
You knew what effect alcohol had on you.
I
So it
completely.
wasn't a mistake that you got in the car. It was an action that you
choice.
decided to take.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I completely know better, and I'm very disappointed in myself for that.
How come you can't behave yourself in the jail?
Just feel as if I was immature and
Okay.
just a bunch of people.
When does the maturity stuff kick in? You're
now.
sitting in jail since this happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
6 weeks later, on August 14th, you get locked down. August 17th, you get locked down. August 31st, you get locked down. September 18th, October 10th, October 30th. What? Why?
Just a lot of different people in there. It's a bad atmosphere.
Are you
know.
trying to act like one of the people in there?
I mean, I maybe was trying to fit in with people, but
Why are you trying to fit in with people over there?
it was just the atmosphere. I didn't want to be out of place.
Okay, well, so you didn't want to be out of place when you were 19, 20 years old doing coke and drinking at the bars. You didn't want to be out of place. Now you don't want to be out of place here. When are you ever going to, when will you ever begin to think for yourself?
Hopefully after today.
Well, I would think hopefully after July 2nd. Okay.
Right.
Why did you run away from the scene when this happened?
I was trying to run from my problems. I didn't know what to do. I've never experienced anything like that. I came back, and I mean, I realized that it was the wrong thing to do. I mean, I was just traumatized by the accident. I just didn't know what to do. I was trying to run from my problems at the moment, and when I started realizing what was going on, I came back, and I knew it would be worse if I ran.
What exactly is your problem as you sit here right now?
I'm trying to impress everybody else, and
So, how long have you been at the electrician thing?
I started as soon as I got out of high school. Like he said, I was doing it with him for 2 years, and I got in the apprenticeship for
What
a
did
year.
you learn from working with your dad for 2 years?
He taught me a lot.
What did he teach you?
He taught me how to get up every day and work in society and be a normal person. And I feel as if I let him down.
So why didn't you follow his lead?
I don't know. I just started hanging with the wrong people and started not caring as much about it. But it was a terrible mistake,
Wasn't a mistake.
right?
Wasn't a mistake.
It was a terrible
It was
choice.
a conscious decision. You were taught the right thing. That didn't really impact you. You still wanted to, as you say, hang out with the wrong crowd. Do you ever think that maybe the crowd you're hanging around with thinks you're the wrong crowd? That ever dawn on you?
It's a possibility, yes.
Okay. Okay, you're all doing stupid shit. And here you are. And those guys that got hurt, one guy's still not back to work. The other one had to have major work done to his hip because of you.
And those are two of my lifelong friends. I never meant for that to happen to them.
Well, I would hope you wouldn't mean that to happen to him.
It's all my fault.
Yes, it is.
I just want to do better.
Well, then if you want to do better, why haven't you done better when you've been in jail? That tells me you don't want to do better. You kind of like this shit, don't you?
No, not at all.
Seems like it.
Every day I want to go home to my family.
What's with flashing the girlfriend at the jail during visitation?
Just stupid stuff.
I know that. I know that. I know it was stupid stuff. Question is why you did it. Do you think this is all a game?
No.
You've been sitting in jail for 150 days, and somehow you think this is a big game?
I know it's not a game, but
But what?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I know it's not a game, and
You don't.
I know that I have to do better.
You don't seem to have many answers as you sit here. Where were you getting the cocaine from?
Just people around the bars.
Okay. Who were you getting the cocaine from?
Couple buddies.
Okay. Let me try this again. Who were you getting the cocaine from?
My friend Tay.
Tay. Does Tay have a last name or does it just go by one name?
I know him from Instagram and Snapchat and at the bars. I only know his first name.
You only know his first name. Nobody ever knows names of anybody around here. It's amazing. What friends did you meet him through?
My girlfriend and
What's her name?
Jillian
Jillian. Jillian have a last name?
Akasiewicz.
Okay. Who else did you meet him through?
I met him through her.
Okay. So did you get cocaine from Tay
But it's
July 2nd?
No, I got it from my buddy Ryan that night.
Okay. Where'd he get it from?
I'm not sure. It's like I said, everybody around there is all doing it, and I just hopped in with it.
Yeah, so everybody was doing it, so I did it. Okay. How did you know what was in the cocaine?
I didn't.
You didn't, but you did it anyway.
I just have a slight problem that started to get out of hand, and I need to
Not
fix
a slight
it.
problem. It's not a slight problem. Why do you think it's a slight problem? It's not a slight problem. If it were a slight problem, you wouldn't be sitting here for the last 150 days. It's a huge problem that you don't seem to realize, which doesn't surprise me based on your activity in the jail since you've been there. You're not the least bit mature.
I mean, I learned a huge life lesson from this. You know, I never put my life or anybody else's life in danger. I have no right to do that. I have no right to put anybody else's life in danger. And, you know, I just want to move forward from this.
See, the problem I have with everything you say is that you say you learned a huge lesson from this, but you continue to screw around over here, which tells me that you haven't learned anything from this, other than you don't like to sit on your ass for 150 days in the jail. Other than that, I don't think you've learned anything.
I can assure you that I won't be going out to do stupid shit like that again. Sorry, excuse my language, but...
Ms. Contour?
Thank you, Your Honor. As you're aware, the state is recommending prison. Ms. Shepard and I met for quite some time last week on this case, and one of the considerations we had is the defendant's age and how young he is. But what we could not look past when making the decision on a recommendation were the facts of the case, Your Honor. And the defendant was on probation through Willoughby Municipal Court for underage drinking. The facts show that he was at the bars for a long time, and the Willoughby Police Department was actually called to a fight in the street in which the defendant was part of. No one got arrested at that time. I did become aware of that when they got a call several hours later that he had crashed his car, which is exactly how they knew who he was. He had cocaine, marijuana, and alcohol in his system based on the blood testing. He got in the car, he drove through downtown Willoughby, he stopped at one of the homes of one of the victims, Ryan Hochschild, picked him up. He had Dylan Adams in the back of his vehicle, lost control, he hit the light pole. It came down on top of the car, and both Dylan and Ryan and the 911 caller, who was not connected to this at all, stated to me that he screamed to everybody run. And that
Except the other two couldn't run.
Correct. And what they told me when I met with them
So you ran.
is that the front seat passenger thought, I can't run because I can't move. And Dylan, who was in the back, had to be pulled out through the window. He could not move at all until the fire department got there. He had to be transported sitting directly straight up because his hip was out of place. He was put under that night, had it put back in. And what bothers me the most about all of that is that he got out, he left his friends, he tore off his license plate thinking that he was going to get out of it, and he left the scene and wasn't found until 25 minutes later. And when the officers began to administer field testing at that time, all he had to say repeatedly was, I'm just a kid, you can't arrest me, someone call my dad. And so based on all of those
You didn't
facts...
say that?
No, I didn't say that.
You didn't say that.
I said call my father.
So the cop's lying. Cops lying to get you?
I mean, maybe I did, but
Maybe you did.
I don't remember.
How do you know? You've been doing coke and drinking for hours and hours and hours, and you're going to tell me you recollect exactly what you said? Okay? Yeah. Go ahead.
Your Honor, the chance that you take when you get in the vehicle and drive under the influence of any of those things is that someone died, and that's the only thing that's missing from this case. Instead, they were just seriously injured, and that could have happened, and the state can't look past all of those facts. And even at the end of the meeting I had, the pre-sentence report was not yet completed, and after I reviewed it, I then learned that there has been 8 jail incidents since the time he has been in, which further confirmed that we felt that that was the right recommendation, Your Honor. Thank you.
Besides cocaine, what other drugs you use?
I smoked weed, and I've done ecstasy in the past, but that's not a normal thing.
Not a normal thing to do that shit in the first place. Listen to your mother, your father, your grandmother. Listen to you. Listen to counsel. Considered all the provisions in 29, 29, 11, 12, and 13. I'm going to place you on community control for 5 years. You're going to serve 121 days in the jail with credit for 1. The last 30, you'll be in the jail treatment program, complete it, follow all recommendations. Then after that, you're going to go to NeoCap, you're going to complete that program and follow all recommendations. After you complete that, you're going to go to either Lake House or Concord Pines. Into that program, follow all the recommendations. After you complete that, you're going to go to sober living facility for a minimum of 6 months. You're going to get a mental health evaluation and follow all recommendations. You're to have no illicit drugs or alcohol, and you'll be screened. You're to go to at least 4 AA meetings a week and get a sponsor. You're to utilize only 1 doctor and 1 dentist and 1 pharmacy for any prescription medication. Take your medication as prescribed. Sign releases for probation. Obtain and maintain full employment. Have no contact with the victims and pay the costs and supervision fees. Anything else, Ms. Randallson?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand all the terms?
Yes, sir.
Any question about the terms?
So I got 120 days in NeoCap and Lake House and sober living after that.
Right.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Take full responsibility.
Okay. Well, we're going to find out, I guess. Why, does it seem like a lot that you have to do?
Yeah, but I guess I deserve it.
Well, it's not whether you deserve it or not. You deserve much worse. Okay? It's not whether you deserve it or not. It's whether you're going to live like you're supposed to live as a responsible adult, or you're going to continue to screw around like an irresponsible 14-year-old. Now, once again, you do whatever you want. That's up to you. Okay, now, if you go through these programs and take it seriously, which I'm not sure that you will, then you're going to come through this fine. If you don't take it seriously, then you'll probably get booted out of 1 or more of them, and you'll be back here again. All you have to do, really, it's a pretty simple prospect here. You're either going to do what you're supposed to do as a normal adult, and if you do that, then this stuff will be a breeze. If you don't do it, then you'll be exactly where you were on July 2nd and for the few years before that. You decide what you want to do. Now, if you don't comply with these terms, and the state will file a motion to terminate your community control, and if I find you violated, then there's a lot of time in prison. How many months?
72, Your Honor.
72, 6 years. So you're going to be over here for 120 more days. I don't know what the over-under is for the number of jail infractions is. But you probably ought to stay under that, like at 0. or else that'll tell me everything I need to know. Anything else?
Nothing further.
Mr. Matthews?
No, Your Honor, thank you. There may be a license suspension on the misdemeanor OVIs.
565, mandatory 565 to 1,075. And a 1 to 3 year license suspension.
One more term of probation would be a $1,000 fine imposed and a 3-year license suspension.
Your Honor, does that start today or at the day of the offense?
Starting July 2nd of 25. Anything else?
No, thank you.